back after a brief break. You're watching South Texas Crossfire with your attorney, Joe Flores. And remember that the Lopez family brings this to you each and every week right here on KTMB, Time Warner, with nearly 300,000 viewers strong. We are here talking about the Ready or Not Foundation. I want everybody to gather around and listen to a very important message. We're back with Barbara Canales, attorney, social activist, mother, and someone who's trying to change the face of how we battle pediatric cancer in the United States and around the world. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were talking to us a little bit about this story that is so compelling that you lived through for a year and a half and more, and lived through every day, about your lovely daughter Jackie, and why you made this foundation, and why that you found out that pediatric cancer, a lot of progress had not been made over 3 decades. Tell us a little bit more about your foundation and what you're doing to change that.
Right. So I went to the leading cancer center that's in Houston, Texas, for pediatric cancer, and that's Texas Children's Hospital and Cancer Center in Houston, Texas. And I asked our treating doctors, how can we help? And they said, we need funds. We need to create a research program that is world-class, where we dedicate our facilities and our greatest minds to finding better treatments, because chemotherapy and radiation are not good for our kids. And Jackie, and let me jump to the good news. Jackie, after 5 years of living with this disease and this terrible diagnosis, is doing very, very well.
Thank God.
And the cancer has not recurred, and she beat the odds. They said there might be a 20% chance that she makes it after 5 years, and she's there. She is the one that made it. And so we wanted to help with creating the funds, or directing funds to this research program. And the hospital said, let me tell you what, if you organize a grassroots organization, we will find matching grants, Joe. So for every dollar you bring in, we'll match it. So I can now look you in the eye and say, Joe, if you will give $1 to Ready or Not, it will produce $2 for the research program. So they put their money where their mouth was, and it really inspired me to go out and create a 501c3 organization. And I want to remind everybody, and I'll show you, I thought it was very clever. The logo is a tree. And of course, that goes back to the initial tree that saved Jackie's life. And she was playing hide and go seek, remember? So what do all the children do? When you're playing hide and go seek, you say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. And that's how I felt as a parent. I wanted to say, ready or not, you cancer, I'm coming. I'm coming to get you, because you're not going to get my baby the next go-round. And if you have to come back, we're going to be ready for you. And so I really liked that ready or not idea, and it stuck. And so it's been, and she still loves to play hide and go seek. She's 12 years old, and we still play in the backyard. And it's, so it's been a wonderful message, because it can be, hey, no parent is ever ready to hear those terrible words. You know, when we found out we had the tumor, we were praying it was benign. You know, you can have benign tumors, but the brain is one of those weird places where even if it's benign, it can be life-threatening. Sure. Because it's in your brain.
Sure.
It's not here where you can just take it out, you know? So, unfortunately, we got the bad news that it was in a very aggressive malignant cancer. So that's what we concentrate on. We concentrate on research that's focused on the malignant brain tumors. But now, brain tumors are the leading cause of cancer death for kids. Kind of interesting.
And we don't even know why they're caused.
No, and I didn't even know that. I thought maybe leukemias, which are also very bad. But brain tumors cause the most cancer death in kids. Now, here's something interesting. Cancer is the leading cause of death in children under 19 that's not accidental. So that means that cancer causes more death in kids than juvenile diabetes, cystic fibrosis, AIDS, all of the diseases that are out there. And here's something really terrible to think about. All the wars we've ever fought, we've lost more children to pediatric cancer than we've lost all men and women in the armed forces in all wars.
And people don't even know about that. People don't really know the depth, the breadth of what's going on in our country and in the world with these children. And it affects children all over
Everywhere.
the world.
And I'm not the only one. I have attended, I just came back from Washington, D.C. In the month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So I went to Washington and I participated in a childhood cancer awareness program that one of our Texas congressmen sponsored. And it's not like there aren't wonderful, awesome organizations across this country doing exactly what I'm doing, but we could be more cohesive. Ask yourself this: when's the last time you've seen a product that gave money to pediatric cancer like we do for breast cancer? When's the last time you flipped through a magazine and seen a major ad for pediatric cancer research? But I bet you've seen 10 in the last week for breast cancer.
But how long did it take to get there?
30 years.
30 years.
I think it took 30 years.
And you're going to get there a lot faster.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
And you're going to get there a lot faster.
And I wanted to show you when Jackie finished her chemo, because there's also a myth that sometimes you have to look a certain way to have cancer. When she finished her chemo, now she was laying down at this point because the surgery affected her eyes and her balance and her head, and so she had to undergo another surgery after she finished chemo to correct her vision. But this is my beautiful girl when she came home after 2 years of being treated. And but can you imagine not knowing if you're going to get to second grade? It's just not right. There's something unnatural about children having cancer and what they go through. And today,
and how strong they are.
Right. And today, and people say to me, "Did you doctor that photo?" But Jackie, I think, has heavenly eyes. And this is what she looks like today. And with those beautiful baby blues. And she is very involved in the organization and the foundation. And there's lots of ways, that we raise money. And
how can we help everybody out there? We've got Time Warner subscribers. I want to make sure that we get this in Laredo too, and on the internet, Facebook, Twitter.
Great.
How can people? I know your website, readyornotfoundation.org, but what's the number to call?
Well, we have a number. It's 855-8006, and of course that's area code 361. And we have fundraisers throughout the year. We love donations throughout the year. Christmas time, we get and Thanksgiving, when people want to give thanks that they have healthy children.
You had a great event just recently.
We did. We had an incredible luncheon for 400 women, and men and women, and we had a fashion show. We raised a lot of money.
Where'd you get the models? I saw the pictures.
Weren't they? They were professional models.
Wow. Project Runway.
They were absolutely amazing. And Julian Gold was one of our major sponsors. They have beautiful stores in San Antonio.
What a success.
It was a great success. We also run a program called the Holiday Card. It just finished, but I want to show it to you.
And we're going to be playing this throughout the holidays.
Yeah, and next year we hope that people will see this and go, "Oh, I know what she's talking about now." We sell this card for $50, and for 10 days in October, just finished, you get 20% off at over 150 stores, and all in the Corpus area. So you see, we're shopping South Texas, we're saving money, and we're saving lives, and it helps our local economy. We want to buy local. We want to help South Texas merchants, and this is a great way to do both, that, save money and save lives. And this is what our logo looks like, and it won't change for next year.
Beautiful young ladies shopping,
saving money.
Yes.
And the guys can't get too mad because the girls are going to shop anyway, so let them save money, guys. And there's some wonderful restaurants that participate, and
there's buythecard.com
right.
is what brings it.
Absolutely, buythecard.com, and we're going to plan a lot of great. We have some jewelry that we have a designer that's going to make some beautiful earrings for us. That we'll get a lot of a big chunk of the proceeds that'll be on our website very, very soon. Coach Salinas, the very famous Coach Salinas, has always told me, "Barbara, let's get together and do a baseball, you know, hit-a-thon or something.
I'm very excited.
There's so many ways to get involved. Maybe one of your viewers has an idea that they want to share with us.
And they can contact you at 855-8006
or at readyornotfoundation.org. There's a contact us icon. And, you know, I told you it started off being about my daughter, but it's not about Jackie anymore. It's about all those children and all those parents that I know are being diagnosed every day. And Jackie and I are committed to saying thank you that we received this miracle, that she's alive, and we want to help other kids. And Jackie, on our brochure, she says something that a lot of kids like to say, but I think it makes a big point. She says, cancer's not the boss of me. And you know, cancer can do a lot of mean things to little girls and little boys, but it can't take away that fighting spirit. And I've never met a kid that has gone through something like this in the cancer world that isn't unbelievably brave and unbelievably special.
That's right.
And so I'm just really appreciative to be able to get to visit with you about Ready or Not, and we're ready for a cure, Joe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen out there, you've been listening to Barbara Canales and watching her bring out this message and the images that you've seen. I want everybody to dig deep in their resources. I know economically we're down on one knee, but it's our children, and it's for our children. What would we not do for children, especially children that are suffering? So please call 855-8006. That's the number to call, area code 361, and the readyornotfoundation.org. This is Attorney Joe Flores, and thanking Barbara Canales, her family, and the foundation that's making a difference for children's lives. Thank you again.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, that's all we have. Thank you, and God bless. Hi, this is attorney and board-certified nurse practitioner Joe Flores. I want to talk to you about something very important today, and that is hospice. Hospice care is not the end, it's only the beginning. It brings families together. Your loved one deserves the very best care, and they deserve to receive their care at home. Remember River City Hospice, 882-5900. Hope, dignity, and love. It's got to be hospice. Hi, this is attorney and board-certified nurse practitioner Joe Flores on behalf of Vasquez Flores Home Health. Nursing homes have their place, but having care in your own home is very important. Call today for more information. Backed by over 20 years of experience, registered nurse Priscilla Vasquez can answer your questions about home care. Call 881-9922. That's 881-9922 today.
Have you been arrested or are potentially facing criminal charges? You need a trial attorney who is well-versed in the courtroom. Joe Flores has handled hundreds of criminal cases and many of them to trial. Joe Flores can provide you with competent representation to protect your constitutional rights in state and federal court. Joe Flores can help if you have been arrested or facing criminal charges. The law offices of Joe Flores, equal justice for all.